Hey guys, welcome back here to another great episode of Straight Talk. I am your host, Donnie D.L. Weatherford from Your New Life Ministries, and I wanted to talk to you today about uh, about a little bit of everything, honestly, from the remembrance of 9/11, from and to now, and how our world has changed in the last 20 years, from losing some of our freedoms because of this pandemic crap that's going on, to what happened in this world from the loss of our patriotism from 20 years ago to now. It is just really kind of sad because now everybody's at each other's throats for the most ridiculous reasons. It's like we lost the ability to communicate in a rational way, all because of one political party versus another political party. It shouldn't be like this at all. But in the Bible, so God said good will turn bad and bad will turn good. Boy, was he right on that. Because you can't have a civilized conversation with anybody in this day and age anymore. We're so afraid of offending one another. It's unreal. And I believe it all started back 20 years ago. See, when the towers first were struck, everybody rushed in to help everybody to save our neighbor and our fellow man, which is awesome, awesome. The sights of that where people were helping out people who they didn't even know was incredible. Fast forward 20 years, and now we just assume to cuss people out, flip them off, or just literally beat the living daylights out of them just for disagreeing on one topic or another. How did we get from the most awesome country in the world to the most at-war country in the world that we can't get along with anybody? Well, there's several probably answers to that, and number one probably it has to do with being political. And honestly, political context is going to be the downfall of this great country. We can learn to get along with people of opposite points of view. We just have to be flexible. That's all it is to it. It has to be flexible. Whether it be one side or the other side, we're all equally guilty of just telling people to kiss our butts rather than listening to them speak. And everybody has a point of view. Everybody has a different point of view. That's what makes us great as a country. And now we don't have that ability no more. Oh, you're not allowed to do that. Who the hell says we're not allowed to do anything? The only thing we should be fighting against is killing babies. That's the only thing we should be fighting against. Nobody should want a woman to kill her own kid, whether it be in her body or not. That's the only thing we should be fighting against. Women should not be able to kill their own babies in a womb. They have the right to breathe there just like everybody else. And they're going to say, oh, my uterus, my right. Well, then it's my body, my right to take a vaccine. All to it. See, we're not killing anybody just by not getting a vaccine. We're choosing what goes in our body. That's what we're doing. We're choosing to decide what goes in our body. Women are killing their babies that are inside of them. And the heck of it is they're only inside of them for only 9 months. 9 months. And that's a living, breathing thing. It is a human being. A vaccine will stay with us for the rest of our lives. I don't know what's in it and don't care what's in it. Point is, it's not going in my body. That's all it is to it. Okay, people? That's it. And that's the only thing I need to say about that is you know my point of view. The only thing I'm just disappointed in is why we can't get along with other people. We used to be able to get along with people 20 years ago. Now we just assume to run them over with a car rather than talk to them, all because they have a different point of view. And I blame our government for it. I blame our government for it. We elected leadership who can't lead a paper sack, well, let alone anything else. And our current president right now has completely gone overboard with this vaccine mandate crap. He will have to kill me before I take a vaccine. That's all it is to it. And I had no problem with saying that. He will have to kill me before he makes me put anything in my body. That's it. And honestly, right now, I think we're in the third year of Obama's reign. And I think he's probably pulling the curtails on Biden right now. I think he probably is. He's the only idiot that will pull out of Afghanistan the way he did. The only idiot. And honestly, we shouldn't have been in Afghanistan that long in the first place. World War I and World War II didn't last this long. and they were handled in the correct way. We were supposed to be fighting a war on terror. We didn't get the people we were supposed to get. We literally handed a country back to the terrorists. We accomplished nothing. That's it. And now we're at war with ourselves versus a war with terrorists. And, it's kind of funny that they say, oh, we got to validate who's over there. Then why aren't we validating the people that's coming across this country, and yet he's going to force vaccines on its own citizens, but none of those people coming over from Mexico is taking the vaccine. They're probably one of the most people that are contagious within the first place, and they're not taking a one of them. It's unreal to me how backwards our country has gotten in the last 20 years. We have gotten completely out of control, and now I don't think there's any way in sight to get back to where we should be in the first place. The only thing I can do is ask God to help this country, because we need His help now more than ever. We need to pray to God and ask Him to please save us from ourselves, because we put us in this predicament. We elected the wrong people in our Congress. And, stop for a minute here, honestly. I remember back when 9/11 actually happened, and when we said, united we stand. And now we also said we will never forget. I think we did forget. I think we forgot what 9/11 is, because we elected two morons in Congress. And those two morons are Ilhan Omar and Rashida Tlaib. Both are Yankees. Both are complete and total idiots. Oh, Ilhan Omar during her election said, oh, some people did some things on 9/11. They were terrorists, Ilhan Omar. They were disgusting human beings for killing people for no reason. Then we get this Rashida Tlaib, who's so mad in hell at Donald Trump. And I can guarantee you, ask her today why she's mad at him, she'll have no idea, because honestly, he didn't do anything wrong in the first place. He didn't do anything wrong. He lowered our taxes, we had the lowest gas price in history, and the unemployment rate was the lowest in human history. That was before China completely screwed us over. And that's why I say we had completely forgotten 9/11. We had completely forgotten it. And yet we kept saying we will never forget. Well, too bad, we did. And if we didn't, we wouldn't have elected those two morons in Congress. And they're too busy yelling back and forth for no reason whatsoever about everything. We got people standing on our nation's flag on the sidewalk saying death to America. Women have more rights in this country than any other country on the planet. They do. They're allowed to work. They're allowed to drive a car. They're allowed to run a business. You do that over in West Africa or Somalia or any other country over there, women aren't even allowed to walk down the street without a man present with them. They're allowed to wear whatever they want to, allowed to do whatever they want to. They're not allowed to do it over there. So you tell me who has more rights in this country than anybody else. You tell me. Because they have an incredible amount of rights here. They just don't know it because they don't go over there. We take our freedoms for granted here. We do. We take our freedoms for granted because we have no idea what other countries allow their citizens to do. None. None whatsoever. So next time you tell me, oh, I'm feeling oppressed. Really? You feel oppressed? Go to Somalia. Go to Saudi Arabia. Go to Iraq. Go to any one of those other foreign nations over there. And you tell me who has more freedoms. Tell me. I would challenge you. Because you are full of crap. Anyway, those are my thoughts. And if you like this episode or any other episode, please click the subscribe button on the bottom of the screen here. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and don't forget to check out my wife's Inspirational Moments. She had an incredible one this morning. You wouldn't want to miss it. All right? And don't forget that if you have any other show ideas, please reach out to us at info@yournewlifeministries.org. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Instagram and subscribe to our YouTube channel. All right. Talk at you later, guys.